Good morning and happy Sunday. Hello, 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 my darlings. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Here for another Sunday church. I apologize. I forgot to turn off my notifications. If I do it now, it's going to turn off the whole video. Nothing I can do. And Anila, darling, stop texting me. If you're on here. Is that on my chin? No, it's on the phone. Check in, y'all. Who's here? Who's here? Good morning, my darlings. Where are you calling in from? Cheryl, good morning, my love. Jody, good morning. Good morning. Check in. Where are you checking in from? Hello from Seattle. Ah, we were watching Fraser Crane all night last night. Good morning, Auntie Q. Feminine Love, Chelsea. Hello, Bale Storm. Good morning, Chicago. Love it. Good morning, Sunshine. Rachel, Destiny K. Flabbergasted Shenanigans. Vegas, baby. Joylyn. Little Raven. Feminine Love, North Carolina. Good morning from Oklahoma. Only thing I have against Oklahoma is y'all roll your joints all wrong, right? Annie Q from Atlanta. Tracy Breeding, Michigan. Morning from Denton. You know, that's my maiden name, y'all. Denton. But I didn't keep it whenever, even when I got divorced, I didn't keep it because I hated having the initials BD. Isn't that awful, Mother? I'm sure she's here. Rachel Powell, Jody Christensen, Sarah Rose, Michigan again, Adrian, Tampa, Florida. I've lived there. Beautiful. Clara Hughes from Illinois. Kristen Villa from Hello Lovelies. Hi, pretty lady. Andara Kelly. Morgan Lowe, good morning, sister. Marissa DLS, good morning, sister. Empathetic Starseed. Tony Duran. Tracy Breeding. More, y'all are laughing at the BD, I know. Mom says, I'm here. My mother, Mama Vesta. Violet, Storm, Chicago. We got some Illinois people in the house today. Angela Freeman, hello from Huntington, West Virginia. Good morning, Christina. Oh, so beautiful, you guys. Pacific Kate from Cali. Michigan, Morgan Love. We got some Michigan tribe. We got some Illinois tribe. Loving it. Good morning, you guys. Happy Sunday. Let's get ready for some good energy. I'm feeling these animal spirit cards still, okay? What's your spirit animal? What's your spirit animal? Ooh, that lion spirit's wanting to talk today. What's your spirit animal? We all have a heavy spirit totem of animals. For those of you who are new to the tribe, welcome. May you always have messages here. This is where the magic happens. Sunday church every Sunday at 11:11. It's Kyle Parkhill playing music. What is it? Rising Appalachia says he's not always present, but he's always present in spirit.
Amen.
And all other sultry such nonsense. Just tune in.
Is there any way that they could be apart? In the end, we come full circle again. Gentle soul. end, we come full circle again. Gentle soul, never be afraid of yourself. Don't you know the light you see is your own soul? In the end, we come full circle again. Special one, set your ship to sail into the sun. When you finally get there, you'll have just begun. In the end, we come full circle again. Angel heart, is this another ending or a start? Is there any way that there could be a heart? In the end, we come full circle again.
Yeah, that dragonfly is wanting to come out. It came out last time. I wanted to use this deck again so we could get to see all the cards. Now, if you're new to my channel, one of these cards is going to give you a twirl in the belly, lump in your throat, clench in your heart. Just pay special attention there, but it is likely that these will all tell a story of your soul. They'll tell the story of a path there. You're going to get some wisdom. This will not be a waste of time. However, our beautiful Pacifique is pretty good at making the best timestamps ever. She even tells you when the music starts, when Mandy chimes in. Y'all need a glimpse of Mandy, I know. Now, I apologize if you're just tuning in. I did forget to turn off my notifications. I'm going to pull one for the Soul Tribe, but I'm going to go through these again. What are you resonating with the most? It may give you a negative feeling or a positive one. Although with animals, it's hard to get a negative. Giraffe Spirit. Number 29, also an 11. Today's the 11th. We started at 11:11. See the big picture. See the big picture. Now make sure you give a thumbs up and check in when you're resonating with one so everybody can see who's resonating with who. It feels good to know you're not alone. It feels good to know you got other people in the same place. Dragonfly Spirit, 22. Came out again. Yep. Truth transcends illusion. He said, see through the illusion before he didn't know what it said. He knows what a dragonfly says. Parrot Spirit, watch your words, for they are becoming more powerful. They are becoming more powerful. Parrot Spirit is 45, also a 9. Completion. Watch your words, for you are growing, you are becoming more powerful. People were missing my glasses because I've been manifesting better eyesight. I brought them back, y'all. Now we're going to pull some clarifiers on these. For the giraffe, let's go ahead and read a little bit of it. See the big picture. Giraffes stretch upwards to reach the treetops and look down from a high vantage point. When the giraffe spirit appears, it is a sign to observe from a higher view perspective. In all aspects of your life, it is time to stretch your neck and broaden your view. Open your eyes to what others need or are experiencing right now and see the big picture that you fit into. No matter how great your wisdom, knowledge, or experience, you don't want to overlook details and connections that will help you better understand yourself and your circumstances. So stretch yourself. Look beyond what catches your attention at eye level and know that not everything is as obvious as you might like it to be. Spirit will bestow upon you a new perspective that might make all the difference. That might make all the difference. Who saw that meme I posted the other day with the giraffe looking down on the woman with a hat? Perspective. Perspection. For giraffe. For giraffe, 29, also 11. What does this card mean? Perspective change. Perspective change. She's flipping upside down. I always say, this reminds me of hanging upside down on your bed when you're a little kid, the hanged man. Here it's a woman in a yoga swing, right? Usually 12, the hanged man. You ever hung upside down on your bed as a little kid? Everything looks different in the world. Some of you need to do a headstand. Some of you need to get in this energy. Some of you need a perspective change. You need to stretch yourself. Look at that. She's stretching herself, isn't she? What else for the giraffe? How crazy. Pulled the card of perspective change on the card of perspective change. 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups. Some of you need to do inner child work. I know some of us had trauma in childhood. I know. Who hasn't? Rich, poor, no matter what your life circumstances were, you have trauma in your childhood. That's part of the growth, baby. Perspective change. Remember the good times too. Don't just remember the bad. Because believe me, no matter how bad your life was, there were good times. And if you ain't remembering them, you need to ask yourself why. Remember the good times too. Perspective change. Where's your mind at? Where are your thoughts at? What are you thinking? Y'all know on my bathroom mirror, what does it say? What does my bathroom mirror say on lipstick? Who knows? Who knows? I want to see. What's it say? Somebody knows. Pop quiz. Y'all are like, wow, I didn't know there'd be homework. What does it say on my bathroom mirror? It's time to stretch yourself. What you thinking, Val? That's right. Pacificate. That's right. It says, what you thinking, Val? So we got to remind ourselves, even me, every day. Because I'll let myself get in that headspace. They're wanting you to be here. 3. That is your creative expression manifested on this material plane. That is the triangle. That is the 3. That is the power number. That is the number of the Holy Spirit, the Holy Trinity. You came here to be human. Yeah, you got to stretch yourself a little. The giraffe says, you got this. Right? What?
Be the student.
Be the student.
Of your own
It
life.
may
What's
be a
going through your
time.
mind? What's trying to show you? What's it trying to teach you about yourself?
Absolutely.
Release it, and transmute it, and focus on.
Can y'all hear
you
him?
want to focus on.
I'm always hollering at him. Kyle, I can't hear you. You're mumbling.
Well, your subconscious is absorbing either way. So it really doesn't matter. It's just the frequency, vibrational tone that's coming through and reconfiguring and coming out at you.
They can hear you. The human experience is never easy. Beautiful.
Realize
And right when I say that,
experience.
Look at that 3 of Cups. That's confirmation right there of that triangle. And they put it in the form of a heart. When you step into this creative energy within yourself, and believe me, you don't have to be quilting and crafty creative. You're creative. You're creative. However that comes out for you, then you'll be rejoicing in life. Changing your mindset. Okay, I'm not saying you shouldn't feel things when they come up, but I'm saying you shouldn't live there in the darkness, in the anger, in the hurt, in the resentment. Feel them when they're happening. And I'm not saying, I mean, when it's happening, feel it. It may take a couple days, but we don't live there, especially something that's been years in the past. Change your perspective, my love. A sacrifice is needed from you. All right, Dragonfly spirit. Who felt the dragonfly? Let me get a thumbs up. Dragonfly.
Dragonfly was buying some.
Look at the little crown on its head. Itty bitty crown for an itty bitty thing. Yep. Got some dragonflies in the house. My lips are chapped, so if I'm over licking them, that's why. Truth transcends illusion. Dragonfly spirit is here to remind you of the wisdom and the truth available at all times in the hidden realms. Just as Dragonfly catches your eye with its reflective wings and body, Dragonfly spirit appears to tell you to pay attention to the truth beyond the illusion and recognize the insights that come seemingly out of nowhere, peeking through from behind the veil. In the realm of spirit, there is far more wisdom than you can perceive with your senses, and there is a deep knowing that you are not separate or alone, for higher power recognizes you and loves you beyond measure. Loves you more than you love you. Fears dissipate as you realize you are embraced by a nurturing force that is everywhere, always in communication with you. Alighting when you are preoccupied, Dragonfly Spirit offers this message. You exist in unity with all, including the protective spirits of who share their wisdom, and you are being nudged along the path your soul needs to travel to have the experiences it craves. Love exists in many forms, and sometimes we overlook it when we don't recognize a particular form. Pay attention to the signs now. They remind you that each of us have inspired dreams seamlessly sewn into the fabric of invisible worlds. And there is a great consciousness that exists in the seemingly empty spaces, guiding us on our journey. Open to the truth, letting the wisdom of our hidden realms inform you, providing insights your conscious mind overlooks. Be open to the signs now. Allow those illusions to come to the surface. Allow reality to come to the surface through the illusion. Seemingly, that word again. Whoop. I'm not going to keep it, but look at this. Knight of Wands and King of Wands both came out. For Dragonfly. For my Dragonfly tribe out there. Now you all have a heavy animal totem pole. You will have one walking with you at different times when you need them. This is just who's walking with you now, or flying with you. For Dragonfly. For Dragonfly. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Very much about can be illusion. Can be illusion. What's presenting itself to you one way? In reference to this card right now. Ooh, I like the color. What's presenting itself to you one way? Showing itself one way. But in reality, maybe another. Are some of you looking for the illusion of romantic love, but yet don't even love yourself? Some of you may be seeking love, like where's my soulmate? Where's my twin flame? Where's my person? If you're really seeking that, do you love you? How much do you love you? What do you love about yourself? I want to know. What do you love about yourself? What do you love about your connection to spirit? For when those things are right, this comes quite easily, because then your frequency is authentic. And when you are authentic, your other part can come in. Not other part. You're already whole. Don't take it there, okay? But notice the waning moon behind him. This is a time of introspection. This is an offer of love. But ask who that offer is from. Is it from spirit? Is it from you, your own higher self? Spirit for Dragonfly. For Dragonfly. He's saying you gotta love yourself. Ready for this? Can you forgive yourself? Can you take the risk on yourself? The fool. I'm hearing for some of you the illusion of success and what that means for you versus the world. Absolutely, the fool trusts himself. The fool jumps without abandon because she or he knows that if I fall, it was because I was meant to fall. It's because I'm meant to learn something here. Whatever I'm about to fall into, right? Whatever I'm about to fall into, it's going to manifest brighter things for me because it was something I'm here to learn. The fool holds up that flower and says, love me not. I'm doing me. Some of you, I'm feeling you need to see past the illusion of who you think you are. For you're much more. You're much more. They're waiting for you to fall in love with you. Excuse me. Anything else for the fool spirit? Anything else for the fool? Get going, baby. Get going. This chariot speaks of moving forward after a very hard time. Some of you have come through a dark night of the soul and you see yourself as you truly stand. You are beginning to see past the illusion. You do see past the illusion. It's time for a new life. Time to do you. Yes, ma'am, Veilstorm. Look at the transcending moon. And on this path, baby, there's no turning back. Not that you'll want to, but there is no turning back. It's a sacrifice. Do you hear the story? See the big picture. See past illusion now. And then moving into, they want us to watch our words because they are becoming more powerful. Let's read a little bit of the parrot. I got any parrots out there? I got any parrots out there? 45. Beautiful, Cheryl. Beautiful. I'm feeling some parrot. Absolutely, Morgan. Do you hear the story here? What are you saying to yourself? What messages are you repeating? Is it something that makes you feel good about yourself and reminds you of your strengths and your potential? Parrots mimic the sounds around them. And when parrot spirit animal appears, it's time to be more mindful of your self-talk and its qualities. What do you say to others? Are you repeating what you truly believe? Remembering to speak with light and love can become a habit, truly. Be generous with compliments and thanks, even to strangers. Affirming all that is good so that your loving, healing words will be heard throughout the jungle. Cutting through the noise and inspiring others, listen for the words that remind you of all the strength, abundance, and joy in your life and in the world around you, then repeat them, affirming what is real, what is true, and nurturing to the soul. The universe will reflect back to you the story that you tell. Do you hear the story here, y'all? Words matter. So choose ones that lift you up and inspire others to remember that beauty surrounds us all. Yes, my parrots out there. You've begun to see the big picture, baby. You are seeing through the veil, past the illusion. And now they're saying, because of this, your words are becoming more powerful. Are you ready to manifest simply by speaking? Because you will, as you become so powerful at this, you will begin to manifest simply by speaking. So watch your mouth, right? Me too. I'm talking to me. I'm talking to me. I'm teaching myself these lessons, and if y'all are getting something from it, I'm very happy. But you know, I say things like, I've had a crappy day. Or, today's going to be crap because I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Or, Mandy, stop being an asshole.
What was that astrology I was listening to? You were like, that's just a nice way of saying it's going to be crappy.
What was it?
Molly McCord, an astrology reading I was doing. She was telling something about the week and how it was going to be a rough week. And
I was like, that's just a nice way of saying it's going to be a crappy week. It's like an enlightened way of saying it's going to be a crappy week. But, you know, we all have to watch our words because I had a crappy week that week. So look at what I did. I manifested a crap week with my powerful mouth. So remember how powerful your words are. And watch your world change. Adjusting to the crown. I love that, Kay of Light. I love that. Ingrid, hello, my sister. This is my favorite riff. My favorite. Let's pull some clarifiers for the parrot.
Song about the great mysteries of the two. Fool's folly.
Huh?
A fool's folly.
Yeah. A fool's folly. Hi, how much? Hi.
Talk about a perspective shift when you can see that fool as a good thing, you know?
Yes.
Using it in the negative.
Absolutely. The fool can be terrifying and extremely negative if you don't understand it yet. As we're speaking of this, look what's on the TV, a cliff for you to jump off. It's the Fool's Cliff. Woo! I love you, Morgan. DNA Bob Dylan.
Fools follow, take the path, heed the signs, the tree branches into river beds inside, mortal heads and sediments lag left behind, form the hourglass known as time, search the soul so you will know eternal truth that will live and prove a fool's path is never done as on his word under the sun. Take heart, my friend, and see the one in the mystery.
All right, guys. This right here, that was beautiful, Kyle. Thank you. Keep going with that lip. It's beautiful. Watch your words. Okay? For many of you, it's tying you up, isn't it? Now, what do I always say about her? She may not have put herself there. Everybody's loving it. She may not have put herself there, but it's darn well her fault if she stays, because her ties are just hanging over her arms. She's blindfolding herself at this point. Some of you are trapped in some old story, and it's time for a perspective change. Do you hear the story that your soul is calling you to see? That you hold the world in your hands, and now that the earth is truly rising in frequency, now that this is happening, your words are becoming more powerful than ever before, and they want you to realize this, especially since many of you have done the work. Don't miss out on the rewards. Do you understand? You've done all the work, and you're missing out on the rewards. Some of you are still lost in some old story. Some of you are becoming more psychic and aren't tapping fully into those gifts of how magical simply your words are. You're perfect and beautiful and magical in their eyes. Why can't you be in your own? And Queen of Pentacles. This is like, you know, everybody knows of King Midas. Everything he touches turns to gold. This is his wife, Queen Midas. Okay? You're ready to be manifesting at a higher level, and some of you are not fully tapping into your power. If you pull this card, look at the world around you and realize how much you've manifested of it. It may not seem like it at first glance, but you have. You have. Educate your family on the same thing. Educate your children on the power of their words. Educate your spouse on the power of their words. Educate your friends. This is what they want. For those of you who have come to this place, they're saying something magical. It's like, I just saw an image. You know Tinkerbell? How she sprinkles fairy dust on people? That's coming out of your mouth, baby. You're spitting fairy dust everywhere and you don't realize it. Start owning it. Right?
Got an image of Dave Chappelle. Sprinkle some crack on him.
Oh, Veil Storm. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Dave Chappelle.
Sprinkle some crack on him. That'll be all right.
Sprinkle some crack on him. Okay. Last card for the Soul Tribe. These two came out. We have Magic and Ritual. Don't get scared, okay? Don't get scared. No matter what your religion is, your words are magic. Ritual is prayer. Prayer, when you pray to God, if you're a Christian, if you pray to Allah, whoever you pray to, that's still ritual. Magic is coming out of your mouth like a bunch of fairy dust, okay? And be spirit. Sweet results await. You're about to change the world with that beautiful, pretty mouth of yours, okay? 7 is also the most spiritual number. Let's read a little bit of that Isis card. It's for the Soul Tribe. This is for everybody. Listen up, okay? Effect in the external world can be created through inner practice. Magic and ritual can support your divine path now in the physical world, and you are encouraged to enhance your power with regular practice. Regular prayer. What do I say, y'all? Praying is talking to God. Meditation is listening. The results that you experience will encourage you to continue with the practice as you grow in power, grace, love, ability, and wisdom, and apply your inner beauty to transform your outer world. For us to grow empowered and potent on the path of ancient feminine power, we need, no matter what your sex is, ancient feminine power is rising up right now. We can all take some. We can all step in, correct?
Yes.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I needed a penile perspective. I just want to make him spit his coffee out. Turkey. Sacred practice becomes the habit of growing in our spiritual power and consciousness. Like a garden needing regular care and watering to blossom and flourish, our inner garden of the soul, where our creativity, joy, spiritual gifts, bliss bubble away, also needs regular attention. Coming to our practice takes strength and inner will. Strength and inner will. Even though it can feel amazing, we still have to wake up, set aside time, and discipline ourselves to show up for our own inner growth. We will reap the benefits when we do, but we must allow ourselves to fall in love with our practice, to craft something that really speaks to us so that we want to do it. Listen to this, okay? For those of you struggling with your meditations, stop copying everybody. YouTube is a great place to start learning to meditate, but you gotta make it yours, baby. It's gotta be your own way. I told y'all when I do my new moon rituals, I would never share that part of myself completely with someone because that's me and God. That's me and spirit. And it is very private, and it should be very private. It is something that you need. Whenever you meet with God, it should be highly personal and highly private. Don't share that. That's yours, okay? Make it yours. Make it yours. And make it something fun. Make it something that you'll love to do. And it can be anything you want as long as you are connecting with spirit when you do it. The desire and discipline together help us engage with our practice regularly. And we can grow fast, so fast, it can be quite shocking. Desire and discipline. It's got to be something you want to do, right? And you got to have a little discipline. That's where that sacrifice comes in. See the big picture of what it's going to bring to you if you can really put yourself into this. Create something between you and spirit that's very private, very special. 4, sweet results await. 4, sweet results await. I'm not ready to be yet, I don't think.
Well, that's my thing, you know.
What?
My thing on meditation, my growing is like, there's like, you know, prayer is talking to God, meditation is listening, and I've gone into like, I don't know how many people are out there in the Gene Keys or human design, but studying that, there's concentration, kind of like yoga, where you're concentrating on your body and you're fully present.
Yes.
And that's like concentration on being present. Meditation is kind of going up into those astral. But, you know, meditation and just listening. And then there's contemplation as well, which is like kind of a play on both. So you take an image or a word or something you're trying to focus on, and you like meditate on that and what is spirit speaking to you about that. So it's kind of a play
blending
on
those two.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Blending basically it's just being in spiritual college.
Right.
And allowing it to absorb
It's
into you.
Duality, and it's like that balance, that center point where you can kind of balance both.
Yes, I totally agree. Speak it, Kyle. Preach.
Nah.
Nah.
Right. Pagan preacher.
A pagan preacher. Sweet results await. The Bee Spirit's message is that sweet results are on the way if you are willing to get your ego out of the way and immerse yourself in the connected energy of all things. Y'all listen to that resonation. This card came out for the whole soul tribe along with this one. If you're willing to get your ego out of the way and immerse yourself in the energy connected to all things. Bee Spirit knows not to let a sense of being separate self. Whoa, sorry. Bee Spirit knows not to let a sense of being a separate self get in the way of a good thing. Spirit is always producing honey, miracles, and magic everywhere. When you connect with the great hive, the soul tribe is the beginning of a little hive that we are eventually going to make a great hive, right? Into the great hive. We are connecting into the great hive as we are here together, as we're tapping into each other. You are vibrating and buzzing in an exquisite harmony with all. Bee Spirit asks you to focus on connectivity. Your body, heart, soul, and psyche experience total interconnectedness and a true integration when you forget that you are self. Just connect. When you remember that you are part of a greater unified consciousness. Moving from separation into connection, from self-centered limitation to spirit-centered infinite possibility and potential, you become busy as a bee, enjoying the gifts of this bee spirit. Fully in alignment with your highest expression of yourself, your heart opens and creativity rushes through you, seemingly without effort, as you experience that nothing feels like work. Industriousness is driven by enthusiasm and inner motivation, and time seems to fly by quickly as hive supports you in the making of honey. When you're going after, oh, thank you, my sister Jody. Thank you for your fairy dust.
Bee's big on fertility for all the.
Yes, and community, right? Remember, I kept pulling the bee when me and Kyle were starting our Reishi thing. Well, we're still kind of getting it going. We've had a couple orders. A couple people have gotten theirs, right? Give me a thumbs up if you're here. I think Flabbergasted Shenanigans, Joylyn, got hers.
Play that angel heart for you.
Angel heart was for you, Flabbergasted, Joylyn. And for everybody that's getting it, make sure you're setting that intention, right? My mom's name means honeybee, and there were so many bees in our flowers the other day. Beautiful, sister, beautiful. For those of you,
That's straight up, yeah, honey.
Oh yeah, the honeybee. It's also about community, interconnectedness, and the hive, right? Are you tapped into this hive spirit? Did you hear the story here? Starting with the giraffe. Did you hear the story? This is your story. It's my story. It's our story. Right? Yes, forgetting you're seemingly separate from God. Yes. Joylyn said yes. I'm sorry, I keep saying Joylyn. Flabbergasted said yes. She just took her drops. LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah, burns, don't it, after a second? Morgan. So I want to talk a little bit. Anybody who still wants to order the Reishi, I will post again in the community tab. But essentially, you're just going to email Kyle. He'll send them out to you, and you'll get them. The way it's working for me is anything I'm intending, I'm focusing on and getting. Putting some drops under my tongue, and what do you call it? The Queen of Immortality? I keep wanting to call it the Immortal Goddess. I don't know why.
Healer.
Yeah, healer. And it really does, like, a little bit each day. It's like a vitamin. It builds up in your system, and the fungi learns to work with your body in these ways that are pretty unbelievable. But like I said, you know, my skin's gotten better. My mind, you guys. I usually struggle a lot with doing my readings. Yeah, this is some right here. Now,
Can
you
you
get a little
close
bitty
enough
bottle.
to see the
sediment
stuff? Yeah.
I don't know. We'll try
You
to
can see that. That's the
I don't know if it'll
spores. Like,
focus.
that's what a mushroom gives off. That's where all the magic is in the spores. They're like seeds for mushrooms. So mushrooms are a parasitic. You know, they feed off the dead wood or dead living organ. You know, and that's the seeds of the mushrooms. So you're taking in those seeds. You know, just like planting seeds.
Yeah.
Growing in the darkness. So.
Yes, and they're conscious, like they're very communicative, even with each other. Fungi communicate with each other and other plants, with animals. Like Fungi are the most communicative species that we probably have, even more communicative than us humans. We think we're communicative. We ain't. We don't hear each other right.
They straight up talked to me and was like, because I was struggling. I was like, I don't need to take more than I, need for me.
Right.
And she was like, no, this is medicine to provide for people. So
that's
once
what the
I
mushroom
could see
said?
it there, that the mushroom spoke to me.
Yeah.
So it spoke to me driving home. I had a bag full and I had one extra one I couldn't fit in the bag. And I set it in the seat next to me on the drive home. And all the while, I mean, they produce like thousands of spores a day, just dropping them. And like, so I was breathing in all these spores and it was just speaking to me and,
isn't that beautiful?
Open Head Center, speaking to trees, the animals, when certain animals that come up, if you see a dragonfly in that moment, it's like, what are you thinking about? Are you seeing through the illusion of what your mind's, playing on you maybe, or what is reality really saying? What's the real situation? Just speaking to these things that can't really speak human words that we can understand. And it's now, going to my meditation in the park, and that's my thing is nature, sitting up a tree, listening to the tree speak to you. And the other day a squirrel came down right to me about arm's length, and I was like, come on, buddy. And then the armadillo that was like jumping around in front of me, I didn't even realize. I would have tried to pick him up if I would have done that as loving as
they're really cool. But, I mean, not like forever,
right.
If you're feeling it.
Right. And then the hawk flew in, at a certain time, and it's just, that's
the hive. That's
like,
the hive. It's not just humans. It's everything around you. That's the hive mentality. When you're tapped in, you will truly get these messages from so many different forms and incarnations, I would say.
It's like
because we're all just spirit talking out a different beak.
Setting an intention for like my nature walk, and then like certain things come in and play, and it's like, okay, at this time.
Yes, and that's so important. The intentions. Set an intention. Everybody's saying, I'm not getting signs. I'm asking for them, but I'm not getting them. Where are your intentions at?
I can guarantee
you're getting them.
Yeah,
you're getting them.
It's being open to it and learning to forget the way society and culture tells us to perceive things. I mean, numbers can speak to you, numerology. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I'm driving down my odometer, the license plate, and it's like, it's just too much to be coincidence. Constantly seeing, 777 or 333, and then just
and it's not that. Let me tell you this. It's not that God had someone speed in front of you and cut you off so you would look at that license plate. That's not how it is. It's that they have your mind will immediately look down at a certain time. It will look at the odometer at a certain time. It'll look at that license plate at a certain time. It'll look up at a certain time. It's something within you, and it's like if you keep seeing these repeating numbers or even repeating words. Me and Kyle were talking yesterday about a Cledone, right? Which is an innocent oracle.
It's like you're talking to somebody and they're like happen to come up about the same thing you're talking to somebody else about, and it's like, whoa. And it's like paying attention to that and being like, oh, all right, this is occurring kind of on like a rhythm. It's like picking up that rhythm and saying, dipping into spirit, and it's like, all
dipping in, swimming with that rhythm. Absolutely.
Right.
It is
a
like,
flow. What is this trying to show me? And that's when you dig in underneath. So that's kind of part of things. Are things happening bad? Is this a cyclical thing? And is it like, what is this trying to show me? It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just trying to show you something that maybe we're suppressing, putting down and not willing to look at and bring to the surface, until you are willing to bring that to the surface and work through it and just release it. And trust me, it'll come back multiple times.
Yes.
The same thing. It's like, oh, okay, you think you really let this go? Let's try you again.
Yes, and right when you think you beat it, they'll come back again with a little bit more. It's like, oh yeah, you think you got this? Let's make sure.
Can you release this? Can you, and it's like, and that's a big thing. It's like, what is the thing we want most in our life or to see? And it's like, can you release that so it can come to you? Because sometimes we cling to things so tightly that it's like, all right, you're not ready for this. You're too attached to it. And attachment is a huge thing. So
attachment is largely the biggest block. Attachment's the biggest block to the law of attraction, to manifestation. Attachment.
I remember.
Can you let go of the thing you want most in the world, right?
Talking about like wanting something big in their career path, and I was like, well, have you released it in the fire? Have you released it? They're like, why would I release it? I'm like, Well, for it to truly come to you, you got to release it and
It
show
must
that you're
come
not
freely.
attached to it. Yeah.
It must come freely. When you're attached to it, you push it away. Because you have subconscious negative thoughts revolving around it that you don't even realize, because you've got worry tied to it because it's not here yet. You've got anxiety tied to it because it's not here yet. And subconsciously your energy is pushing it away. When you fully release it and say, if it's mine, it'll come. Now, I'm not saying don't chase your dreams. I'm not saying don't go after what you want. But you got to be able to release the outcome. You got to be able to release the path that Spirit's going to take you to get there, right? Yes, lack. Yes, lack is tied to it too. Okay, guys. I'm going to go and post in the community tab right after this. I'm not sure if I have Kyle's email in this description box, but if not, I'll put it in there. And I'll also put it in the comments, because I keep having people ask me for it, and then I have to forward them the email. So I'm going to post it in all those places. So if you want reishi mushroom drops, they're going to come in you can get a 1 ounce bottle or a 2 ounce bottle. Yeah, do you have any?
With the bottles.
Yeah. So if you want to just try it out, 1 ounce bottle for, when you start out, you only want to take a couple of drops under your tongue. Right now,
that's about a good amount to get it into your system and realize the benefits that are coming, and you can decide, hey, do I want to continue this avenue? Is it working for me? Are these things coming into me?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you won't see them at first until you stop taking it. And then it's like you got to go through the withdrawal and oh, okay, maybe it was helping me with this and that.
Yes. And if you put in the title, in the email, make sure to tell Kyle that you're in the Soul Tribe and my Soul Tribe. Just put Eternal Transformations
ET
discount or something. Yeah, ET Soul Tribe. Then you get a 10%. Is that what we're doing? 10%. You get a 10% discount. This one's 30. This one's 50. Okay. It's a tincture. Right?
Extract.
Extract. Dang it! I keep doing it. It's an extract, not a tincture.
Extract, juice. It's an essence, essentially, is what I was saying. That spirit, that mushroom that talked to me, so you're consuming that, and you're giving it an opportunity to speak to you, and I'll work with it, on a personal level, and let it help you transmute those things in your body that you're looking to work through.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to finish this up. Yes, Pacificate, it was a stunning story. We're going to roll this up. What do they say, you guys? What do they say? They say, don't waste your hate. Rather gather and create. Be of service. Be a sensible person. Use your words. No, don't be nervous. You can do this. You've got purpose. Find your medicine and use it. I love you, my soul tribe. Happy Sunday. Next week's going to be amazing. Perspective change. I love you all. Catch you on the flip side.